Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh!
No.
Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores!
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video...
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back inside the Paramount Fine Food Center here in Mississauga, Ontario for our continued live coverage of the CBHA National Championships. It's the Men's C Division, the final group stage game. It's the Scarborough Stingers taking on the Knowlton Nashers, and it's the top and the bottom of Pool B. Scarborough have been dominant in their first 3 games so far, 3-0. First game, 7-0 they won. The second, 8-1, and they were able to beat the Renegades in a tight one, 4-3. Knowlton's had some close games, but have still yet to find their first win. My name is Noah Vogel. Thanks for tuning in here on HN Live. We will send it down to deck side as we get ready for this final Division C Pool B match before tomorrow's quarterfinals as we get set with the national anthem. So here we go for Scarborough. If they can win here, they would like to hold on to first place so they can get the bye for tomorrow and go straight to the semifinals. And starting in goal for them, number 70, Tony Iozzo, who has started the majority of the games so far for the Stingers. And on the other end, it's Zach Cartier, who will be in between the pipes for the Nashers. And for Knowlton, all the way from Edmonton, this will be their final game of nationals. They will finish in 4th place after going 0-3 to start their first 3 games. And even if they're able to win here this afternoon, they will not be able to find themselves in the quarterfinals. They're able to get the ball, in deep to begin this game as they put in some pressure on the Stingers here early on. Out on the far side, Stovall will go back in behind his own goal. And he'll get it back now as the Stingers try and work it out on the far side. Rosen, he's found some space now into the slot, trying to get the shot off. He does. It came off the body, I think the chest of Cartier on the save. Shot from the point now. That one goes wide. Banked off the end boards. And Rosen still in on the forecheck here. Back to the point. They fake the shot and slide it across now for Robinson. Robinson to the point of drive. That shot goes wide. The Scarborough team has not had struggles scoring so far in this tournament. They got it back in front on the side of the goal. They try to get it as Rosen has it below the goal line. Back in front. Came out to the slot. Bobbled around. And now Knowlton will have a chance to clear. And they will as they send it down the length of the ice. It will be an icing call. So already Zach Cartier getting his sweat on here early on as the ball has been in the Knowlton end for the majority of these first minute 20 seconds. And Scarborough looking to pounce quickly here in this first period. And face off, the stick broke in, but they get a chance in front just wide of the net. An unfortunate break on the draw. That time for Worthington, who had his stick snap in half. But now Knowlton is able to work down into the offensive zone. Here's Hamilton. Tyler Hamilton in the corner. He works back onto the slot. That one went just through the crease. And we'll come up to the far side for Smith, who can't quite clear, but he's got it once again. And now he'll play it forward to the far side, but it was too far away from Worthington. Battle up against the board. Smith trying to dig it out as Mike Banks is there as well for Knowlton. They can't quite keep the puck in, or the ball, pardon me, and now it comes, and just offside was Jacob Boone. As we'll make sure to get the scoreboard up for you now as we continue here. Worthington trying to get the shot through. He does. Tipped in front. They score. And Scarborough quickly able to get the first goal of the game. Only 2.5 minutes in. On the back door with a stick on the ground. Travis Parsons able to deflect that one in on goal. And it's a 1-0 Stingers lead. Exactly the way they would have wanted to start at this game. They maintained some pressure, but they were able to get the goal that they wanted here early on. Knowlton now with possession in the offensive zone here as Stefan Gores can't quite keep it in. And now it's back in possession with Scarborough. Forward up for Parsons. He'll wind his way back into his own zone and find his D-man. Scarborough trying to work it in the neutral zone. It comes back into their own zone. DeMonte will move it forward. Now a chance here for Scarborough. Shot right on. The pad save by Cartier. And we backhanded just in front of the Knowlton bench and move forward by Dustin Robinson. He'll dump it in and allow his team to get some changes. DeMonte now forward for McSweeney. McSweeney will dump it in. Didn't quite get the bounce he was hoping for, and it kind of caught him up, and now Knowlton is able to move it forward. And they've lost it at center as the pressure coming in from Robinson. He's able to keep it in. Windefield down below the goal line, working on his backhand. Windefield couldn't get it back in front. Now Knowlton works the other way, but it's held in the zone. Windefield first on it. Windefield walking to the top of the circle, back to the point of drive, and a good glove save by Cartier, and he holds on for a face-off. So an offensive zone draw, 1-0 Scarborough leading. After a quick goal from Travis Parsons to start this game off. And on the draw, it's one in the defensive zone by Knowlton. They'll try and clear up the far side boards, but it's held in. Looking to find Bedard, who was sitting in the slot. Ruzin pinching in from the point. Now he works in below the goal line. Watch there by Vogel. Ruzin back up top into the neutral zone. And staying inside as that one was blocked, but it came through, and Cartier didn't even see it, but it just went wide of the net. Pushed up to the near side. It's stopped up as they try and clear, but they can't quite do so. Inside the slot, looking for the extra pass. Rachi was on the back door, and he couldn't quite get found that time. Shot comes across. Rachi was sitting in front of the net, but it couldn't get deflected on the shot from Whitfield. Now moved forward by Knowlton, and they got it at center. Now look to fire it across, and it will go just in front of the Scarborough bench. As picked up by Ashikawa, who will send it back for Ruzin. Ruzin waiting for both teams to change, and now he'll come in across center, but he lost it as it's turned over. Able to get it back and moves it forward. Could be a break here on the backhand, trying to shovel it across on the back door was Stovall, and he couldn't direct it in on goal. He had a wide open net. Knowlton able to clear, and it could be a break here, a one-on-one. It's Robinson in the corner, trying to break it out, but it was good and well defended that time by Scarborough. And it's cleared up the near side by Zakaria. And he's got it now. He'll send it across to his D partner in Rosen. Oh, and another chance here. A great turn up at the blue line here by Hunter. Hunter trying to turn back, and he had it blocked in front. He's now got it just inside the zone. Now walking in the slot. The shot just goes wide. Well, he took an inflection that time on the chance from Ruzin, pardon me. Rebound in front, wide open net, and there's the goal for Scarborough. Johnny on the spot. It's TJ Stovall to get the second of this game, and Scarborough leads 2-0. Nearing in on the halfway point of this first period, and it's a 2-goal lead for the team who's undefeated right now and are looking very strong here in their fourth and final game of the group stage, looking to hold on to that number one spot and get the bye tomorrow straight to the semifinals. Back below the goal is Del Monte as he works it up now to the captain in the near side. They got too far away from his teammate in Robinson there. Turnover at center. And now moving in comes Knowlton. Robinson twisting in the corner. Trying to create some space. Center back in front. Trying to work onto the backhand. He does. He scores! The Nashers get one back, and it's a beautiful backhand from Mike Bangs right into the top right corner. And no chance for the Stingers netminder and Tony Iozo as that one cuts the lead in half. It's a 2-1 game. So that changes things. Now the momentum has completely died down for Scarborough as the Nashers are able to get one back. Nice feed in front, trying to go to the back door. Still loose in front, and a good save by Cartier. Nashers able to break out beautifully that time. They work up on the near side as they get it forward with Goers, who sends it back into the corner. Boone battling to try and dig it out. Sent back in front by Knowlton. Gore's in the corner. Gore's trying to get the return feed. It came back out now with Bateman. Bateman down low. Gore's going to be first there if he's not beat up by Smith. And Smith is able to take it and he'll turn. Now he'll come in at center. Jeff Smith turning back, trying to send it across. He does. Send it back. Door trickles in. It's Parsons again. And it's another for the Stingers. It's 3-1. What a back and forth start to this game. As Parsons once again finds himself in the perfect position in an excellent feed from the captain and Andrew Worthington to find him. And he nets home his second here of this first period. Back at center ice, or center court, I should rather say. It's flipped forward and into the zone. McSweeney, they send it across, almost another. McSweeney's got it now in the corner, trying to send it back in for Parsons. He couldn't quite get it in the slot. And now it's turned up the other way by Blanchette. He'll dump that one in deep. King now turning. Jordan King will slow things down in his own zone. He'll find McSweeney. He'll get the return feed. Still 6 minutes remaining in this first period, and it's already 3-1. Unable to clear that time was the defender in Korchuk. Knowlton still with possession. Will try and break out here. They're able to work it just past center. 2-on-2 the other way, and King was able to get back and stop that opportunity. And Zakaria now back in his own zone will find King. Zakaria will dump it in deep and will allow his team to get changes as they work in on the forecheck. Grabowski in there for the Stingers. They are worked around as Harkoon is able to work it up as far as Sims Plania, who gets it back in. Bedard working in. Can't quite get the shot off, but he got it back in the corner. Jesse Bedard trying to send it across. It went right through the crease, and nobody able to find it. Now back at center, and Vogel was stopped up. He has to turn and find a teammate. Nice feed up the middle. Whitfield just lost it. And a nice move, able to work it back into the offensive zone for Knowlton. Ball came across and it was knocked down as Bedard able to work it forward for Whitfield. Jason Whitfield working in. Finds himself in the corner of the backhand. Centering feed. Ball still loose. Rebound and fresh legs come out on the bench. And they can't quite get it back in front. Could Ashikawa. And now Knowlton the other way. Stuck up at center. And they'll take it back in as Antoshchuk will dump it in. And Sims Plania will now hold things here with 4:15 remaining in the first period. Stovall. TJ Stovall will drop it off. Stingers taking possession. Nice feed, but just couldn't quite find Robinson, who was making the run in towards the slot area. Back to the point now. Ashikawa. Robinson just lost it on the near side hash mark. And it's taken away that time by Banks, but he couldn't quite get it back. Good stick lift on Robinson, who was making a move towards the net. Schrempf will get it up at center. And Ashikawa will send it back and slow things down here with Rosen. Ashikawa now. Scarborough trying to dictate the pace of play here as they get it into Robinson just across the line, and now they gain zone entry. Sent it across, in on goal, and a very smart and important stop to hold that one as many Stingers players around the crease to try and put that one home, but Cartier able to hold for a face-off with 3:15 left in the first. So an offensive zone face-off for Scarborough. And it's won in the defensive zone that time by Goers. And they're able to clear it out, are Knowlton. And the Nashers are stopped up here at center as it's taken back into his own zone by DeMonte. Across the way looking for Smith. He couldn't catch up to it. Now he's battling in front to try and win that ball back. Held in by King. Strong to get away from the check. Penalty coming. And it's going to be the first power play of the game. And it's going to go to the Stingers. As King was able to hold the line, but he took a bump. And that will give the Nashers their first penalty of the game. And we'll see how the Stingers, already up 3-1, can operate here on the man advantage. So here we are with 2:40 left in the first period. Off of the draw, now it comes back to Worthington. Robinson at the point. Robinson will get it back. Tried to go through traffic. It was blocked in front, and Knowlton will clear it all the way down. Josh Robinson. Zakaria with it now at the point. He'll wind his way in across the blue line. Back up for Robinson. Zakaria. Robinson. Zakaria winds, fires. That one wide of the net. And Worthington's going to be able to hold it in here. Robinson. Down low as Smith tries to work it back out front. Still in below the goal line. Back up for Zakaria. Trying to find a lane to shoot. He got it through. But it steered into the corner. Robinson. Smith. Back up for Boone. Down low for Smith. Robinson and Boone switch places. Now here's Boone on the far side. Gets it down low for Worthington. Cross looking for Smith. It was just too far in front of him. He'll glove it down and reset back for Boone. He'll fire that one wide. Banked off the end board. Smith across looking for Worthington. And it was just away from him. Boone. Robinson. Down low again for Smith. Trying to walk out in the slot. Robinson's there. Boone making a move. Lost it. And Knowlton's able to clear. And finally get themselves out with a minute left here in the period. Down low for the Stingers to keep possession. Here's Zakaria with it now. Still 2 minutes left as it was a double minor that was called on the slash. He'll come back to the point now. Robinson. Back for Hunter. Robinson. Robinson working in. His shot stopped. Just stayed in play. Zakaria in the corner. They get it back down low for Stovall. Back up top, Robinson. Nice cross feed. And shot right on is stopped with 12.5 seconds remaining in the period. So apologies, the penalty was a double minor, 4 minute. So there's still a minute 30 remaining on the man advantage for Scarborough. With 12.5 seconds left here in the period to try and operate. Sims Plania tried to get it back to the point, but it was too far away, and that's going to do it for the first period as time winds down. And what an exciting first 15 minutes. 4 goals already scored. It's 3-1, the lead for Scarborough as they look to stay undefeated heading into the knockout rounds tomorrow. If they're able to win, they will hold the first place in the Pool B division of Division C, which will mean they will get an automatic bye to tomorrow's semifinals. So lots up for grabs for Scarborough. Knowlton, still lots to play for, even though this will be their final game of the national championships. We'll be back for second period action. Don't go anywhere here on HN Live when we come back after the break. Welcome back inside Rink 4 as we continue our coverage here of the CBHA National Championships here in Mississauga. My name is Noel Vogel. It's the Scarborough Singers taking on the Knowlton Nashers. And it's a 3-1 lead for the current undefeated team, looking to stay that way in this game against the Edmonton side. And they'll start the period with a bit of a power play, still a minute remaining. And they'll take it back in their own zone here with Sims Plania. He'll dump and chase after it on himself. He's got it down low. He'll get it back now with Stovall. TJ Stovall. Time to wind in. He'll drop it off. Shot saved. And rebound is cleared all the way down. And will help kill some of that time. Off this penalty. And they're able to get it forward, but was too far in front. And will be an icing on Scarborough, as Hunter couldn't quite keep that one from getting too far ahead of him. So a minute in, still 28 seconds remaining on the power play for Scarborough as they try and extend their lead here. Knowlton have done a great job so far killing this double minor. They lose out on the draw this time as Sims Plania will work out of his own zone. Comes in across the red line, drops it off for Hunter. He's on a burst of speed here, just can't quite get it on goal. And it comes to Stovall on the far side. Time ticking down on the man advantage. King. Hunter. Hunter trying to find a lane. He fires. It came off of Cartier and up and out of play. So whistle blown down. We're back to 5-on-5. The faceoff will stay inside the Knowlton zone. On the draw, it's one back defensively, and Knowlton will start their breakout. Pressure coming in from Parsons, almost took that one away, but Knowlton able to move it forward. Here's Del Cid, he'll fire it in deep, and we'll chase after it. Battling in the corner there that time with DeMonte. McSweeney now in the corner. Trying to work it loose, is pinned up against the boards. And the whistle blown down. And we're going to get a penalty here. It's going to be an interference call. And it's going to go against Knowlton. And it looks like it'll be Dylan Bateman who's going to head to the box for an interference penalty. So after killing off a double minor, the Nashers will have to kill off another 2-minute penalty here. Another chance for this Scarborough power play to get things going. So on the draw, it's one in the offensive zone by the Stingers, and King will take it back out past the blue line. Now he works in across the line. Short side shot just came off the side of the net that time by Worthington. Now it's being pinned down below. Zakaria in on it as well as Boone. He'll come back out for Smith. He'll drop it off for King. Jordan King. Smith will have a drive. That one went wide. Worthington can't quite hold it in, but King is there. King Winding inside the offensive zone. Sets it back up for Smith, a drive, and it's stopped once again by Zach Cartier. And he's been nothing but solid so far in this one. Faceoff will stay in the offensive zone here. We'll get a whistle blown down, and I believe they're going to say that Scarborough was trying to switch a little bit too late, so Worthington will have to come back on to the playing area. They're able to win the faceoff, and he'll go right back off. So they get the switch they wanted nonetheless. Now here is Hunter. Hunter, one of the top point leaders in this C division. He'll set it across as Zakaria. Zakaria across for Hunter, one-timer. And it might have come off a body before it even got to Cartier. Otherwise, he made a big save once again. Here's Hunter. Back to the point, King. Nice feed down low. Hunter again. Takes the shot, comes back out for King, and he misfired on that one-timer. King able to hold it in really well here. Down low. Back across. What a stop. Rebound still loose. They blew the whistle, and it's going to be a goal. Just able to poke it in was TJ Stovall as he reached around the netminder and tapped that one home for the fourth Stingers goal, and another one on the power play. So the Stingers are able to come back after conceding that goal. And they pot two more. It's 4-1 now. They lead. And Scarborough continuing their dominance so far. Knowlton's had chances, but they have struggled to stay out of the penalty box, which has given the Stingers a lot of great opportunities offensively, which they have taken. Here's Robinson back in his own zone. Robinson will slow things down as he waits for his team to set up in the neutral zone. Robinson will play it up the near side. It was stopped up. Vogel in front. I think Robinson got a block on that, and he got another one. Vogel still a chance in front. That one sent wide. Raj trying to clear the zone, but it's held in there by Antoshuk, but it's clear back up at center. And now Sims Palanio will play it back for Robinson. Nearing in on the 10-minute mark here of the second period. In at center, they'll work it for. That's sent right in on Cartier, and he'll cover for a face-off. Grabowski sending that one in to force the offensive zone draw now for Scarborough. Parsons on the draw, can't win it this time, and a good win into his own zone from Tyler Hamilton. It's cleared up now at center. That one's going to go all the way down for an icing. And again, another draw, one in his own zone by Hamilton, but they can't clear. McSweeney got knocked down to his knees, and it's going to be a penalty coming. Nashers delayed penalty call, and it's going to send the Stingers back to the power play, where they had just scored their fourth goal on a trip. Will send the Nashers to another penalty kill in this period. it's going to be on Tyler Hamilton after he got his stick stuck underneath McSweeney. So top power play line back out for Scarborough. But a big defensive zone faceoff will allow Knowlton to clear and kill a little bit of clock here on this penalty. Here's Jordan King. He'll work it across the line with Zakaria, and he'll get it right back. King. Over for Smith. He plays catches with King. Smith winding in. Cross ice feed. That one high and wide. Smith able to hold it in. Worthington's had a couple of chances on those one-timers. Here on this near side, he's got it now. Trying to go across for Smith. It was kicked away. They'll sit trying to clear. Boone able to hold it in. Boone tied up in the corner. Is able to work it back for King. Jordan King across for Smith. Down low for Boone. Boone on the half wall. Works up to the hash marks. Now inside the circle. Across. They score a great feed and a perfect finish from Andrew Worthington. The captain's got another. It's 5-1 for Scarborough and another power play goal. And the penalties have really been hurting the Nashers in this game. And it's a 4-goal lead now for the Stingers. Face-off one, off the draw by Knowlton. They'll move it forward, and Vogel's got it. He gets in across the line. He'll look to play it in on goal. Chance on the backhand from Antoshchuk, and he's taken down. It's going to be a delayed penalty against Scarborough. Knowlton's going to go to the power play here as it's touched up on the far side. Cartier was trying to get off to the bench to get the extra attacker. But now the power play opportunity for Knowlton will hopefully build some momentum for them. Now down 4. As Sims Plania will head to the box for 2 for tripping. Or pardon me, a 4-minute. So another double minor in this game. But this time now for the Stingers. And right off the hop, it's one back into the zone. So Sims Plania, who plays a lot on the penalty kill for the Stingers team, will be out of use for this one. As he's down with the major penalty for 4 minutes here. Now Knowlton working in, blocked by Parsons. They'll have to come back to the point. Eric. Cowerchuk. Hamilton trying to wind in. Cowerchuk a point shot, and it was seen all the way by Tony Ozo when he's able to make the stop. And Scarborough able to win that face-off cleanly, and they'll send it all the way down. And Knowlton will now work back up at center. They'll dump it in and will allow Antoshchuk to go chase after. Robinson got there first. Robinson will clear, and he will, all the way down. And continuing to kill time here on the penalty. That one almost taken away and cleared once again. Knowlton unable to really gain entry into the zone here on this power play. Body over on the side, and Robinson's going to head to the box as he ran into Antoshchuk, and he's going to sit as well. So now a real opportunity. It's going to be a 5-on-3. And it's going to be for a full 2 minutes. So 5-on-3 the two-man advantage for the Nashers, down 4. A real chance to try and get themselves back into this game. On the draw, they lose out, and King will take it and he'll send it all the way down. Coop couldn't get in across the zone, but now they're able to hold possession. As they just got it across the blue line, they work it back out. Now here's Hamilton. Schremp calling for it. He gets it back up to the top. Schremp will wind. He'll fire. Glove save made. Rebound still in the crease. Hamilton will glove it down, and Schremp doesn't want to touch it. Otherwise, it'll be a hand pass, so Hamilton will come all the way back, and he'll play it, so the hand pass waved off. Smart play by the Nashers that time, as Scarborough really couldn't put players forward to try and get that ball. Now here's Adam Coop. Coop, he'll fire. That one just went wide on the short side. Now Hamilton with it on the far side hash mark. He'll wind, he'll fire. That one took a deflection. And the rebound smothered by Iozo, and it's a bit of a scrum in front. They'll clear that away. .44 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3 opportunity, and they'll still have some time with the one-man advantage after that expires. They can really use a goal on both of them right now, being down 4. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the period. Strong block in front by Sakari. He's able to clear it. Here's Eric Schrempf. Gets it back as Knowlton enters into the offensive zone. Cowarchuk across. Back up top, another drive, and that one get through. And it was a big save again from Iozo. Schrempf across. That time it was fanned on by Antoschuk. He didn't really get all of it. And minimal time remaining. On the 5-on-3. 2 seconds until Sims Plania, or pardon me, until Robinson's back out. Sims Plania is still serving that 4-minute major. And Knowlton able to win the draw. They have a drive. That one goes wide. Rusin now pinned in the corner, and it's back to 5-on-4 now. 30 seconds remaining on that. McSweeney able to clear. And with 30 seconds remaining here on the man advantage, they'll bring it up at center. Dumped in, Boone first on it. Boone able to clear as he battled for it in the corner. And that will pretty much do it before Sims Plania is able to get back onto the playing area. Here's Tyler Eric as he moves it forward. Goers, the backhand opportunity sat in the 5-hole of Tony Iozo, but he was able to make the stop and cover, and that's going to do it for both those penalties. So we're back to 5-on-5 after a long while. The Stingers were killing penalties. 4:25 remaining here in the second period. Face-off one forward by Hunter. It comes back to the point. Shot blocked in front and cleared all the way down. And it's going to be an icing as it just crosses the line. So bring the face-off back into the Stingers zone. They win the draw right in front of the slot, but it's cleared away by Stovall. He'll get it now on the far side, and he'll work it back and slow things down. Sims Plania trying to find Ashikawa in the middle, but he lost it. Elson, he was looking for a teammate, but sending it all the way back into his own zone. Cube back for it. Knowlton trying to work the breakout here. Goers couldn't get it forward. Took a weird bounce, and now it's in the hands of Ashikawa. Nice move, all alone, to the backhand. He scores! What a solo effort by TJ Stovall, and he's got another. And it's 6-1 Stingers. Picks it up at the blue line, and a pretty move to find him one-on-one with Zach Cartier, and he made no mistake, able to get it back onto the backhand and finish it. And it's now a 5-goal lead for Scarborough. Off the neutral zone face-off, Worthington will chip it in. And he's able to keep it in the zone after it came off his body. Came across for Smith. He's got Boone with him. He'll send it across to Worthington. Big save by Cartier. Boone lets it run all the way into the far corner. Sticked back to the point. Glove stop. Rebound still in front. Smith put in a backhand. But it hit the pad that time and cleared away. Bangs now. We'll send it across for Schrempf. Here comes Robinson into the offensive zone, down and below the goal line. Robinson still battling there with King as he holds it in now on his forehand. King able to take it away with a big stick lift. And now he'll allow Smith to try and go run after that one. He wasn't able to win the foot race. Now working the zone. Big save in the rebound, cleared away by Boone. Boone will look to the far side. Smith knew he wasn't going to be able to catch up to that one. And Kowarchuk will now take it forward for Knowlton. He's got a burst of speed as he enters the zone. McSweeney, fresh off the bench, able to send him into the corner. Robinson trying to send it into the slot, and it could be a chance here for Worthington. He's all alone. Worthington lost the handle, and it's steered into the corner by Cartier. Parsons came off the bench, and he got it poked away from him inside the final 2 minutes here of this period. Twisting back is Kowarchuk. He'll send it down low. Battle for it in the corner as it's poked loose now. And Ruzin will ring it around the boards. Grabowski will play for it. McSweeney will give chase. Kowarchuk able to win that race that time. Shot is blocked, but kept in here by Grabowski. McSweeney up against the boards. In behind the goal line. In the slot. That one just went high and wide. Kept in again by Grabowski. Usually a winger, but he's held this point really well here. Zakaria now back in the point. He'll hold just inside the zone. Bedard making a move off the bench, and that one went off a deflection and up and out of play. Just less than 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. 6-1 lead for the Stingers. And they're looking to hold on and be well on their way to that first spot in the Group B. And get a bye tomorrow straight to the semifinals, which will happen later tomorrow. And we're going to see a timeout here being called by Knowlton. As they'll give some players some rest, and you can see Zach Cartier He's made some really, really big stops to keep it at the score it is, and be nice to give him a breather right now with this timeout. The Stingers team just have so many offensive weapons, and they've used it all afternoon in this one. And they're going to look to continue to pile on the goals here as we near in on the third period. Still 40 seconds to play here in the second. And on the draw, it's one back real cleanly here. Robinson, he'll fire that one into the corner. In on the forecheck was Raji. It's cleared up at center. Robinson to stick that one down. Bedard now working in. Bedard trying to send it across to Raji. Just got spun around and couldn't quite get it in on goal. Bedard again. Nice move. In below the goal line. He's got it on his backhand now. Back onto the forehand. Trying to center in front. Raji was there, the intended target. And the icing is going to be waved off. And that's going to do it for the second period. And after the goal, that maybe gave the Stingers a bit of a sick feeling. They now have extended their lead back to 5. It's 6-1 here. Scarborough looking to stay undefeated and hold on to the first place in Pool B in the men's C division here at the CBHA National Championships. I'm Noel Vogel. Stay tuned here on HN Live. We'll be back for third period action when we return. Welcome back for the start of the third period. The Scarborough Stingers currently leading 6-1 over the Knowlton Nashers in the final Pool B matchup before tomorrow's quarter and semi-finals. And it's been a dominating offensive performance from the currently undefeated Scarborough Stingers as they lead by 5 and look to continue that pressure here in the third period. Thanks for tuning in here on HN Live. My name is Noel Vogel. Robinson trying to poke that one away. And Brandon Vogel's got it now. He'll send it down below the goal line. He got it back in front in the slot, but couldn't get it back to his forehand. And now Ashikawa will move it forward. Ashikawa into the offensive zone. Will drop it off. And Stovall almost lost the handle, and he'll clear it back out of the offensive zone, and the Stingers will have to reset. Stovall again. Tried to move it forward for Ashikawa. Icing waved off. Schrempf looking up at center. He got bumped, but it's able to be kept in the zone by Scarborough. Ashikawa trying to get around 2 Knowlton defenders that time as they clear it now to the near side for Schrempf. Tremp will start out of his own zone. Looking across, is able to find tape to tape that time with Goers. He enters into the offensive zone and clears it in down low and allows for both teams to get changes now. Sent all the way up at center. Hunter couldn't control that pass. Glove down here by Del Cid. Smith able to take it back for Scarborough. Nice feed to find Hunter. It just skipped over his stick. He's able to keep it in stride. Now on his backhand at the top of the circle. Hunter looking for room, will spin back to the point. Now in the slot, the drive goes wide of the net. Rebound batted off the back of the net by Smith. Smith twisting and turning. Defended well there that time by Eric, and now he'll clear it over to the far side as Goers will snap that one forward, and Del Cid will give chase. One-handed play by Boone to clear it into the corner, and he'll ring it around the boards all the way to Zakaria. He'll slow things down and send it back to his deep partner in King, who's watched closely there by Del Cid. Now King working forward, able to find Boone, who just got bodied off the ball that time. And a nice move by Hamilton. Drops it off, a chance here for Knowlton. Was sitting in front and cleared away off the line by Zakaria. And whistle as that one goes up and out of play. But a 2-on-1 opportunity. Mike Bangs, who's got the lone goal for the Nashers, tried to play it across and came off the pad initially of Tony Ozo, and it was cleared into a really dangerous area. And the referee saying, again, took too long to make those changes. So Worthington will have to come back onto for this face-off. And they'll kick Boone out of the draw, and Hamilton's able to win it. But Worthington is able to beat them to the ball that time, and McSweeney is now off to the races here. Able to turn back at the blue line. McSweeney working across the middle, drops it off for Worthington. Nice feed to find it back to him. Parsons just lost the handle, and now it's cleared up for Dustin Robinson, who will work it out of his own zone for the Nashers. DeMonte back for it. And it's cleared up the near side for Parsons, who couldn't hold on. That one came as far as Robinson's able to hold the line. He walks right in, and his shot never got through. DeMonte, his back turned against Robinson, is able to move it forward neatly into the stride of Grabowski. McSweeney tried to skip over the top of the defender, but it was well played that time by the Nashers defender. McSweeney, oh my word! Did you see that? A pass from Parsons in the air, and McSweeney, the hand-eye coordination to knock it in the goal. And the Stingers have got their 7th. Travis Parsons has been all over the score sheet. He's got 2 in this game and now an assist on McSweeney's goal. And that one was real pretty. Well, that was something special to watch. McSweeney might have scored one of the goals of the tournament, and he's got the 7th for Scarborough. Knowlton trying to respond now as they got it into the offensive zone. Parsons able to pick off that pass. And now McSweeney the other way. McSweeney did not quite gain entry, so it's offside at the line with 10:50 remaining here in the period. Off the draw, it's played forward, and Bedard will give chase. Play back up for Blanchette, and now Scarborough able to enter the zone. Bedard will play it down low for Raji. and below the goal line. Raji trying to work away from Schrempf. Raji still battling with it in the corner. Now pinned up against the boards. He's able to walk out. He fires. Big stop. Rebound in front. Bedard's got it. Back to the point. One-timer. Big save by Cartier. And he keeps this one alive. Now straight back into the zone. Here comes Whitfield. That shot goes wide. Sims Planty able to keep it in from the point. He's battling with Hard in the corner. He gets knocked down. Comes back up front. Raji had a chance at it. And now it's cleared up at center with Noseworthy. He'll fire that one in deep right on. And steered into the corner. Bedard first back for it. Noseworthy able to take it away from him. The centering feed. Nobody was there. And now it comes all the way back to the point. Here's Eric. And turned over, a delayed penalty call. And it's going to be a slash. It's going to go against the Stingers. And it's going to be Sims Planty again, the second time he's head to the box. And it's going to be another 4-minute major. So with 9:29 remaining here, another elongated power play for Knowlton. That one cleared right away as Hunter tried to get on the other side. Boone's got it now, and he's got Hunter inside. Hunter shoots, he scores! And that's gonna do it with the mercy rule, an 8-1 win for the Scarborough Stingers. They do it shorthanded, and they will see themselves all the way into the semifinals tomorrow night. And for Knowlton, a tough way to finish their nationals. A very, very strong and talented team just came up short in a couple of their games. And the Scarborough team, who has been dominant so far this season, and they do it again here at Nationals, and they come away with an 8-1 victory here in the final group game of the C Division. But that will do it for this one. We'll head down to the playing area for the final announcements of the player of the game. And again, if you want to continue watching Division C action for the men's division, the quarterfinals will be tomorrow, where the second and third seeds from both pools will play each other. The one seeds will get an automatic bye to the semifinals, which will happen that evening. And we will be there with you on HN Live to catch that wherever you may be. And so we'll send it down to the deck and find out the players of the game. So TJ Stovall will win the player of the game for Scarborough. He had one heck of a game. A couple of big goals in that one. And the Nashers, the player of the game is Ace Kowarchuk, who was very, very strong on the back end for them in this one. And again, a tough way to go out, an 8-1 loss to Scarborough, as the Stingers come out on top. Once again, they finished the group phase 4-0. And for me, Noah Vogel, that will be my final game of the day. We'll see you tomorrow morning to continue with men's Group C action. But for now, we'll say goodbye. Stay tuned here for men's B action, which will continue their final group stage matches when we come back. But for now, stay tuned here on HN Live. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.